Developing Brennan with Strzock and John Kerry worked to set up Russian espionage traps for minor players in Trump camp, by Christina Layla for thegatewaypundit.com. A major new front is developing after the House discovered the FBI had a spy planted inside of the Trump campaign on top of the illegal wiretaps. Barack Obama, arguably the worst president in U.S. history, was wiretapping and listening in on all of the Trump campaign and transition team calls. And now we know his deep state mission had a spy inside the Trump campaign. Kimberly Strzock lit D.C. ablaze on Thursday after she dropped a bombshell in the Wall Street Journal article titled about that FBI source. Strzock citing Washington Post story using unnamed law enforcement leakers says Nunes' request dealing with a top secret intelligence source may very well mean the FBI had a plant inside the Trump campaign. Thanks to the Washington Post's unnamed law enforcement leakers, we know Mr. Nunes' request deals with the top secret intelligence source of the FBI and CIA, who is a U.S. citizen and who was involved in the Russia collusion probe. When government agencies refer to sources, they mean people who appear to be average citizens but use their profession or contacts to spy for the agency. Ergo, we might take this to mean that the FBI secretly had a person on the payroll who used his or her non-FBI credentials to interact in some capacity with the Trump campaign. Everybody wants to know who this plant was and who he was funneling information to inside various government agencies. Investigative reporter for the New York Post, Paul Sperry, says in the summer of 2016, former CIA Director John Brennan, through his FBI liaison Peter Strzock, with the help of former Secretary of State John Kerry, were actually trying to set Russia espionage traps for minor players in the Trump campaign. Sperry tweeted, developing a major new front is opening in the political espionage scandal. In summer of 2016, Brennan, with his FBI liaison Strzock, along with the help from Kerry at the state, were trying to set Russian espionage traps for minor players in the Trump campaign through cultivated intel assets. Paul Sperry also pointed out this interesting piece of information. Interesting recent addition to Stefan A. Halper's Wikipedia page. He has been exposed as a CIA and MI6 or a spy behind the FBI Russiagate investigation of the Trump campaign and is an informant to the Mueller Special Counsel prosecutor investigation. Since it was removed, here are the screenshots. Oh, it was removed. That's interesting. Good catch. It's already been removed. Here are the screenshots. Wow. Here's what we know about John Kerry's involvement with Hillary's phony Russia dossier so far. Byron York of the Washington Examiner previously reported that the Obama State Department was being probed as to whether or not they had a hand in the dossier. York notes Steele was viewed inside the Obama State Department as a valuable source for intelligence on all things Russia. Obama state officials made a habit of disseminating reports for former British spy authored for private clients around the department. According to a March report by investigative reporter Sarah Carter, John Kerry was officially under investigation by the House Intel Committee for his possible role in the Steele dossier. Sarah Carter reported how the House Select Committee on Intelligence is now investigating former Secretary of State John F. Kerry's possible role into the unverified dossier paid for by the DNC and Hillary Clinton campaign, this reporter has learned. The dossier, assembled by a former British spy, laid the foundation for the FBI's investigation into alleged collusion between President Trump and Russia, and was the essential piece of evidence used by the FBI to get a warrant to spy on a former volunteer for the Trump campaign. Chairman Nunes is also investigating whether former CIA Director John Brennan perjured himself in a public testimony about the dossier. Paul Sperry reported via Real Clear Investigations. In his May 2017 testimony before the intelligence panel, Brennan emphatically denied the dossier factored into the intelligence community's publicly released conclusion last year that Russia meddled in the 2016 election to help Trump's chances of victory. Brennan also swore that he did not know who commissioned the anti-Trump research document. We remember that well. Excerpt here. Even though senior national security and counterintelligence officials at the Justice Department and FBI knew the previous year that the dossier was funded by the Hillary Clinton campaign. Why don't they just say Hillary Clinton? So they knew the previous year already. So Brennan lied under oath also, as if we didn't know, but moving right along. Peter Strzock was removed from Mueller's team after anti-Trump text messages were discovered by the Inspector General. Strzock also teamed up with McCabe to ambush General Flynn in a surprise FBI interview, which led to his firing. Flynn then pleaded guilty for lying to the FBI. Rumors are flying and a few names are being thrown around about who this possible FBI plant may be, but once it's revealed, all hell is going to break loose. This is a huge development. No wonder why Rosenstein is fiercely working to keep documents from the House Intel Committee and House Oversight Committee. Secret, actually, yeah. Story developing. Absolutely. And Gowdy's just playing second fiddle as if he wants the info to come out, but you know that they don't want this to come out, but it's going to come out. But you see, they're all involved. But isn't that something that since it was removed, here are the screenshots. Yeah. Wow. Right away they took it down. Can you imagine? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.